Yeah, though, you know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I did the blue vibes today because I just wanted to do something new. You know what I'm saying? Um, I do have a project that I just finished wrapping up. This chair is noisy as ever. I I got a project I just wrapped up called "It's Not You, It's Me." Uh, and today I kind of want to walk y'all through it, man. I feel like I've been working on it for long enough. I haven't streamed in forever. I had a nice little consistent run, and then life just got the, you know what I'm saying, just fucking me up. But you know what I'm saying. I got on my own. I got on my own head about it, and I'm like, man, if you really want this shit, you gotta get out there and figure out how to make it happen, right? So between trying to figure out life and putting the right people in my corner and just a lot of other stuff, I finished this project. So new space, same vibes. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I've been working on a lot of production outside of my own music. What else? Oh man, I don't even know how I got this far without saying this. Shout out to Cloudsville Studios. Um, you know what I'm saying? Home team type shit. But I am in the process of getting a space that is going to be my studio from here forward. So I'm not um I'm not gonna only be limited to dealing with artists, you know what I'm saying, at the crib, because I feel like everybody starts at the crib, but you get to a point where you want to scale out. And I want to be able to work with artists in an environment that feels a little more professional, you know. I got tired of just giving out my home address for real, for real. And then on top of that, I feel like this is an opportunity for me to really bet on myself as a person, as an artist, as a businessman, as an entrepreneur. So yeah, it's a lot of things that I have to get in play, but more than anything, I want to make sure that I am focused on what for emotion looks like. So before anything happens with this new project, I had a couple ideas that I wanted to do um, to kind of, I don't want to say separate, but to definitely make sure I show love to the people who have been supporting me for a really long time. And I feel like those people fall into a certain group of people that I really like know and love and respect and have a lot of love for. So with that being the case, I wanted to make sure that I gave back in a way that reflected how I felt about them supporting me all these years. So I'm gonna have something special for them. You know what I'm saying? When the project drop, gotta take care of my people. But I also want to make sure I'm not like hiding the material that's on this project, because I feel like the message is something that everybody could relate to. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this message is something everybody could learn from and, add to their life as fast as they add it to their playlist. You know what I'm saying? I talked a lot about um, becoming a version of myself that I could be proud of. And I really think that that's something that people will walk away from this album with. It's like really learning how to look at yourself, see your flaws, um, and be okay with it, and accept yourself and learn how to love yourself, and then think about what you want and think about how to get there. You know what I'm saying? I understand the journey isn't easy for anybody. We all fall short of being perfect, But at the end of the day, we all got to figure out how to get what it is we really want. So that's what the project is about more than anything. And I think the song that explains that message the best is a song that I got on here called 100,000. That's produced by my boy Det. He actually goes by produced by Det on all his socials. That's PROD by DET, all one word. PRODBYDET, produced by Det. And he actually made this particular song for me. He made this beat like a long time ago. I'm not gonna tell y'all how long I've been sitting on this beat. And he been asking me to put this song out for quite some time, but I think the first time I sent it to him and I sent him the idea, the mix was it wasn't there. And he was honest. He told me like, "Nah, I like where you going. I mess with the lyrics, but this mix ain't it, bro." So, you know what I'm saying? Over the years, I got better. I don't even think he heard this version of it yet. I need to send it to him now that it's on my mind. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get that to him before it get too late. Or he might enjoy hearing it with the rest of the world. I don't know. But anyway, this song is produced by Det and it's called 100,000. Come on now. Yeah. Get up. Till I'm up 100,000, I won't be lounging. I'm waking up to put the time in. You know I'm grinding, staying focused on the future. I can't be rewinding. No excuses if I want it. I go out and grind for it. Might be over being patient. I ain't got the time for it. Really wanna make it happen. You can't wait in line for it. Almost anything can happen if you keep your mind on it. Till I'm up 100,000, I won't be lying. This for all the people hand paving roads to the wealth and all the dreams that got put on the shelf. I realize my ego the only thing between me and success. My only limits are the ones that I put on myself. I hit the lab and put the time in. I'm really wildin'. I'm flipping beats, but this shit pay like I was flipping houses. Granny almost lost her mind when I dropped out of college. Now I got her up in heaven smiling. Fly to the point where I feel like I should get mileage. I had to text you where I'm at. I can't even pronounce it. Cloudsville, I'm about to cop a mansion where the clouds is. Move them out the hood, my kids can afford to be childish. I can't let them make the same mistakes I made. But you live and you learn. Like the money come and it go. It's like you spend and you earn. I feel like I was going through hell, feeling the burn. Life happens to everybody. I'm just getting my turn. You feel me? Till I'm up 100,000, I won't be lounging. I'm waking up to put the time in. You know I'm grinding, staying focused on the future. I can't be rewinding. No excuses if I want it. I go out and grind for it. Might be over being patient. I ain't got the time for it. Really wanna make it happen. You can't wait in line for it. Almost anything can happen if you keep your mind on it. Till I'm up 100,000. I remember getting checks so small, I feel like I'm working for free. Every week my pockets hurt as can be. Man, I was big stressed coming home knowing I had people to feed. Then I put the work in on me and now I'm working for me. Man, I was always for income. Don't ask me when I'm free, nigga. I'm always expensive. All that and then some. I was selling time and that took away from my passion. Clocking in, knowing my pen is fucking magic. Like, what if I go and work the music like a 9 to 5? This little grind of mine, transactions itemized, invoices line for line, fast track to dollar signs. You see the shady shit the most when it's your time to shine. Man, I don't feel like I did enough to be chilling. Too far away from a million. I look at rest like a villain. I remember all the times I lived, check out the check. I grind hard cause I'm obsessed with success. I say that shit with your chest. Till I'm up 100,000, I won't be lounging. I'm waking up to put the time in. You know I'm grinding, staying focused on the future. I can't be rewinding. No excuses if I want it. I go out and grind for it. Might be over being patient. I ain't got the time for it. Really wanna make it happen. You can't wait in line for it. Almost anything can happen if you keep your mind on it. Till I'm up 100,000, I won't be lounging. So yeah, that was 100,000, produced by my boy Det. Like I've been saying, man, it's been really long time coming, and I'm getting ready to post on the gram really quick and let them know I'm live. So hold on, give me 1 second. I probably should have did this before I went live. But we're gonna do that in just a second. 3, 2. Yo, let me flip this real quick. Hey, if you are here, I'm pretty sure you tapped into who I am as a person. So I want to make sure that y'all do not miss the previews that I'm giving out of the album. If you are seeing this, then you can tap my name. Actually, go on YouTube and go to Shawn Soundz with a Z at the end, and you'll see that I'm live right now previewing songs from the album. I probably need to put this in my story too. I'm not used to going live everywhere. My YouTube people can actually see me talking to y'all right now. So make sure you go check me out on YouTube at Shawn Soundz. And actually, I'm going to post this one up real quick. So we going to do like some double stream action. You feel me? As soon as I figure out where my other charger is so my phone don't die. Oh, you know what? I'm going to use this one. Yep. So we locked in both devices. You feel me? Got something going on my computer, and we're going to get this going on my phone. So boom, double live. You feel me? So yeah, I just ended up playing a song called 100,000. It's a song produced by my boy Det. He been asking me to put this song out for quite some time. I was just explaining to my people on YouTube that he made that beat for me forever ago. And I should be ashamed at how long it took me to put that song out. But it's getting ready to come out very, very soon. So I appreciate everybody who is tapped in and checking me out. Make sure that if you are on Instagram, you follow me on YouTube at Shawn Soundz with a Z at the end. And, you know what I'm saying, tap in. All right. So with that being the case, we're going to go on to one of the other songs that I really, really like. All right. So on this song, I was rapping. And I know I rap on the majority of my songs, but like this one, I was like rapping. And it means something different when you say it twice. So the fact that I was rapping means that this is a song that I feel like should have some kind of replay value, right? So in the first verse, I was kind of just playing around with everything that I thought was witty, all of these different entendres I was coming up with at the time. I was really just trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, how I can be flashy with the words and all that kind of stuff. But during the second verse, I kind of wanted to pay more attention to, tapping into the people who might have seen me on my rise, or what I'm saying, as I was growing up. A lot of people knew me for different reasons. You know what I'm saying? Some people knew me because of who my granddad was, or some people knew me because of who my mom's was, or some people knew me from always seeing me around. You know what I'm saying? I was always in the neighborhood with a basketball trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, who was trying to hoop or whatever. Like, I had a whole bunch of different reasons that people might have gotten to know me or whatever. So with that being the case, the song "Round the Way" is one of the songs that I was going to use to kind of explain, you know what I'm saying, where I'm from. So, no further ado, I'm going to play "Round the Way," one of my personal favorite songs from the album, if we being real. Here we go. And let me know if I need to turn it up. Like, if you can't hear, let me know and I'll have some volume. I'm out of Hollywood, I can Hollywood, let them know. ATM taking everywhere I nigga go. Heard a man niggas whole hood wasn't superstitious. I can see it all, I got supervision. There's a lot of niggas that I know in prison. I could probably lose a week or two in business. Good father, nigga, who you kidding? We all can do it, but I do it different. I'm an alien, that ain't a euphemism. It's the only thing that people love about me. Had to fuck it up, ain't give a fuck about me. Niggas love to doubt me. Now I'm Devin Booker with the sun around me. Ironic, cause the hoodie cloudy. Nowadays, niggas gotta watch who they kick it with. It could be Ronda Rousey. Need some business teeth, saw the promise around me. Limitless, but they gon' try to doubt me. Getting rich, a lot of commas around me. I've been running it up, but I don't think a couple hundred enough. There's nothing to us. I jump through the ropes, I go with the dust. They go with the smoke, I'm back for the lungs. Hit with the flow, then added some drums. Only way to make a band where I'm from. Without the dope dealing, handling guns. I'm robbing the game, so hand me the funds. Pray you never ever run into us. It's a long day, you better pack your lunch. Look, I'm gonna be on the move, but I got time today. A nigga from round away, just trying to find a way. If I ain't with the kids, then I ain't got time to play. A nigga from round away, fuck it, I found a way. I'm out of Hollywood, I can Hollywood, let them know. A nigga from round away, 18, take it everywhere that nigga go. A nigga from round away, heard a minute, niggas carry heaters in the snow. From round away, yeah, go down today. Yeah, I'm out of Hollywood, I can Hollywood, let them know. A nigga from round away, 18, take it everywhere that nigga go. A nigga from round away, heard a minute, niggas carry heaters in the snow. From round away, yeah, go down today. Yeah, look, they know me as Shawn's son, but I'm shining on everybody. I'm too much for your head, probably. If they don't move when I rap, it's a dead body. I was out in the tears. Niggas with iron next to me, I feel like I'm Terrence Howard. Dirty niggas taking hella showers. I was raised around Berettas choppers off of Grand Travels, watching helicopters when they landed on Hurley. Ambulances used to wake me up early. Spent the summer with my folks in McClellan, and after that, my granny had me in Burton. I was all over the city for certain. I knew that Hubby could get me the person. I was outside to the street lights on. If you ain't on my name, you knew me in person. We on my queen, eyes open, I done seen me some things. Back on the south side as a teen, used to hit skate land with the brothers. That was the first time I was dream. I was an S-dub with the waves, and that was the first time I was G. When my granny started saying shit, but the whole time I was me. I'm gonna be on the move, but I got time today. A nigga from round away, just trying to find a way. If I ain't with my kids, then I ain't got time to play. A nigga from round away. I'm out of Hollywood, I can Hollywood, let them know. A nigga from round away, 18, take it everywhere that nigga go. A nigga from round away, heard a minute, niggas carry heaters in the snow. From round away, yeah, so go down today. Hey. So like I said, that was one of my favorite songs from the project. That one is called Round the Way. Really, I made that as like a tight beat when I was in my head, because I was thinking like, man, who's hot right now? You know what I'm saying? And JID is absolutely like killing shit. So I had to think about it, like, man, if I made a JID type beat, like, what would I do? You know what I'm saying? Because JID got a bunch of different flows and pockets that he could jump into at any moment. So I kind of wanted to do something that reflected like how much I respected that about him as an artist. So I wanted to make sure that it was a beat that kind of bounced around. So I made it as a JID type beat, and then I just named it Round the Way just so I could remember how to search it again when it was time for me to type it up. And then I remember playing it for somebody, and they was like, you know what I'm saying, just nodding or whatever, but they wasn't like intrigued by it. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of low key took that personal, like, nigga, what? This beat is hard as hell. You know what I'm saying? So once I got to that point, I was like, all right, I probably need to just go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, rock with this beat myself. So yeah, that's why I spent the first verse kind of playing around with a kind of style that I feel like JID will use. You know what I'm saying? I do a lot of just really quick, witty, you know what I'm saying, things in there. Even in the second half of the first verse, where I go into da da da. I've been running it up. It's nothing to us. I jumped through the ropes. I doubled the Dutch. They don't want the smoke. Come back for the lungs. I went with the flow, then added some drums. The only way to make a band where I'm from without dope dealing, handling guns. So like all of that stuff was kind of just like me sticking with this rhyme scheme, but also trying to paint this picture where I'm like, I feel like making music is the only way you can get out without necessarily like dabbling in the streets or whatever. Like, you know, athletes come out of Flint all the time. But for the rest of us that's not athletically gifted, you know what I'm saying, we might have to deal with the music side of things, or we might have to, you know what I'm saying, play around in the streets or whatever, if we trying to like come up fast. So I was saying like I went with the flow that added some drums. So it's like you take whatever life gives you, but I just took my life and all of my things that life has thrown me, all the hardships that I dealt with, and I added some drums. You know what I'm saying? The only way to make a bands have drums. Y'all follow me. So yeah, I was doing stuff like that, and I felt like it made me feel really good about like how the song would come out. But then I listened to it after that first verse, and then the hook comes back in, and I'm like, I like this, but I haven't said shit yet. Like all of them, all of the metaphors and stuff was there, but just as a song, it didn't feel like it was complete. You know, it just felt like it was an idea, and I'm throwing stuff at it, trying to figure out what to stick. So then I'm like, man, if I say these niggas know me from around the way, all through the hook, how can I kind of turn that into a verse that makes sense with that concept? So that's when I got into the idea of um, who were you? You know what I'm saying? How did somebody know you? What were the degrees of separation between you and the next person? So I said, I'm Shawn's son, but I'm shining on everybody. That's too much for your head, probably. If they don't move when I rap, they a dead body. I was out in the terrace. Niggas with iron next to me. I feel like I'm Terrence Howard because Terrence Howard was in the first Iron Man. So I'm out in the terrace. Niggas with iron next to me. I feel like I'm Terrence. So um, if you are from Flint, you know exactly where the terrace is. And that's all you need to know. You know what I'm saying? When I was born, that's kind of where my mom was living at the time. You know, I think her and Pops was out there for a little minute. Long story short, grew up on the South Side. I had family in the Terrace. I had family in the Regency. I had family off of Lippincott, like all over the South Side. My dad's people were on the North Side, so I'm on every side of Flint. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of was trying to paint this picture of like where I grew up, who I was growing up, all of this kind of stuff. And I felt like that really gave me a heads up as far as how I was, how I learned to navigate around the city. Like, you know, people from everywhere, people recognize you from everywhere. Um, and kind of being recognizable could be great or it could be horrible. You know what I'm saying? Some people might know you and be like, oh, okay, he cool. I know him growing up, or I know him from here, or my cousin went to school with him, or blah, blah, blah. Some niggas might see you and be like, oh, that's homie that be with them. So, you know what I'm saying? You might think I'm on a different side or something than I am on. So give or take with it. You know what I'm saying? Some people might see you and be like, okay, I recognize his face. He good. Some people might be like, I recognize his face and I've been trying to get down on this nigga for a minute. So, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But for me, it was more so of a way to kind of keep me out of trouble because I was like, you know, I was friends with everybody I came into contact with for the most part. So it kept me out of a lot of bullshit. Not that I didn't see my share of bullshit, but you know what I'm saying? It kept me out of it. My hands are clean. So yeah, that was a thing that I felt like was really, really good for me as an artist. Just being around enough for people to kind of like know, but still kind of being low key enough to where niggas not all in my business. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of something that I enjoy about life right now. It's like I get to control how many people is in my business for real. So I appreciate that. But now that we done talked about those, let's talk about another song. This song actually is a song that I had. This is probably one of the first songs or one of the first verses I wrote for this album.
Right, now for the most exciting time.
It's a song called Chef's Kiss.
Everybody's so creative. Sometimes you got to get really creative when you might not have a pen on hand. This is great. Not super Here, but we're not just a fling or a thing. We're here to stay. The Cocaine Bowl on University Avenue.
What's your reasoning? You can see the seasonings. I'm cooking good. I just got a shave today. I'm looking good. I just copped an acre of the wish you was. I'm looking good. Oh, you mad? What's your reasoning? You can see the seasonings. I'm cooking good. My bitch in the sundress looking good. Everybody eating now. I'm cooking good. I'm living good. But you mad with your hating ass. Music always been my sanctuary. Skip the painted glass. Niggas be too worried about who first, and that's why they in last. Been so focused on your own points that you can't make a pass. They always told me teamwork make the dream work. But it seems like niggas' whole plan is watching dream work. Thinking they creative for doing shit that we seen work. Only feedback I got for niggas is I've seen worse. Look, I ain't worried at all. If they supposed to be my competition, the plot just thinking I'd hate to be in my opposition. The opposition shouldn't really have no thoughts of winning. Like either y'all a little slow or you real optimistic. But either way, man, I've been spazzing. I hit them with a flow that they can handle. They gon' say it's how the niggas just can't think of no examples. Got an album in the tuck and niggas stuck off all the samples. Could get lit at any moment. I'm a candle, nigga. What you thought? Always been the type to build a table. Nigga, what you brought? Playing follow the leader only get you lost. Having a penny for your thoughts only get you tossed in the wishing well. I wish you well, you mad? What's your reasoning? You can see the seasonings. I'm cooking good. I just got a shave today. I'm looking good. I just copped an acre of the wish you was. I'm looking good. Oh, you mad? What's your reasoning? You can see the seasonings. I'm cooking good. My bitch in the sundress looking good. Everybody eating now, I'm cooking good. I'm living good. Man.
So yeah, that was Chef's Kiss, also known as Cooking Good. I actually got a video that I want to shoot to that real soon. It's a video I'm gonna end up shooting with my people at the Poke Bowl. So if you caught that in the beginning, I did catch one of their news articles, like when they had some coverage that was going on, and I just took one of the interviews where my boy was like, "Yo, we a staple in the city. We here to stay," and I really respect the fact that they are people that I knew growing up, and they kind of just turned into these businessmen, and they got this restaurant off the ground, and remember the whole process. But I also remember seeing them on the news and just thinking like, damn, these are people that I know that are on the news for something that's not bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They're not on the news for something violent. They're not on the news because it was some crazy car crash or just whatever. They on the news doing something positive, and they get into it. You know what I'm saying? So that was always something that I respected about them, and I kind of just wanted to give them a little shout out in there. I actually made this song and the beat and everything before I even approached them about um, doing the visual in their facility. So that was really, really dope for them to, what I'm saying, basically just open their doors and be like, yeah, what I'm saying, it's lit. Like, pull up. You know what I'm saying? Like all these years later, I could talk to them and it's still love. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was really, really dope. And I wanted to make sure that it's small. It's a very short little segment. But I wanted to make sure that I gave them the opportunity to, what I'm saying, be part of the album. Um, I actually, we're not even gonna we're not even gonna get into that. But yeah, I'm gonna just say that I work very closely with them, and I fuck with them. So, as far as the songs that I have fully mixed, mastered, and all that kind of stuff, it was 100K, which I played y'all already. I got a song called Shawn's Son, which is kind of just like a letter to my mom's. It took a lot to write that. I ain't gonna hold you. My mom passed when I was like 8. So without making this all morbid and sad or whatever, that was kind of like my motivation behind music is because like I felt like music made me feel happy. It didn't necessarily fill in the gap of not having a mom, but it definitely gave me moments of like happiness, you know what I'm saying, between rapping the music that I already heard and the music that was already out to writing music of my own and really putting together songs from scratch. That's kind of where I learned how to like cope with everything, if I'm being real. And then on top of that, as music evolved and grew, I kind of evolved and grew. Like it was a time where everybody in music was super thugged out. You know what I'm saying? We talking 50 Cent, DMX. I think Jocks came in kind of on some thug demeanor kind of stuff, and then he switched up to like the more R&B thug kind of vibe. But at the like in the beginning of his shit, he was kind of rough. Jay Z was rough. Everybody who Beanie Siegel, just a lot of the artists in that area was rough. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm young, impressionable, so I'm writing these verses like I'm rough. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah. So, I'm writing verses like I'm the toughest nigga in the world at the time, but obviously that was far from the truth because I was what 12, 13, possibly. So I went through the time where I was kind of trying to fit in with people I wasn't even around for real. But hip hop was kind of just doing that in general at that time. So I had my era of when I wanted to be tough. I had my era of like when the J. Cole's and people like that kind of started to get popular. And then it showed people that you could kind of be yourself in music, and you didn't have to necessarily fit into some narrative or whatever. So that was kind of where I started writing music that was more like conceptual and I was really just showing off my bars. I remember when Wayne was the man and he went on that tear, I was trying to out punchline Wayne. So it's really music did a lot for me and it just gave me an outlet to really like be myself, but more so just like express myself and just get certain thoughts off my head or just feel like there was something in the world that I could contribute, you know what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, it was a lot of different stuff that I was doing. I remember when I started like taking people's verses and kind of just dropping my name in there. So I felt like it was my verse. And then from there, I kind of turned into somebody who could remix verses. So I would take songs and make like parody versions of them just because I felt like that was fun at the time. But once I realized that I could make this funny stuff rhyme, I'm like, I could make anything rhyme. You know what I'm saying? And then I started writing songs of my own. I had this, me and my cousin used to try to like record ourselves rapping over this like we had a little radio that we had in my room. And if you put a blank tape in there and hold record, there was like a little mic that was next to all the cassette buttons and shit. And we would actually like try to get our voices on the tape. Sometimes it was successful, sometimes it wasn't. I'm not sure why it worked when it worked, but we had this little tape of us freestyling, and I remember I played it for a friend of mine, and he was like, "Yeah, bro, don't don't ever rap again." Yeah, but that was a very very long time ago. I remember I bumped into him recently too. I think he be washing cars and shit. But neither here nor there. I don't even know why I brought that up. But that was kind of like my journey. So like I started writing music, I started emulating the shit that I felt like was hot at the time. Certain artists came out and it felt like it was time for me to like really be myself in my music. So that's where that shit came from. But um on top of all of the stuff that I've been through, like emotionally and shit like that over the years, I've also gotten to a point where I started like really falling back in love with who I am as a person. And that sounds weird. It's a weird concept. I'm still kind of wrapping my head around it. But I feel like I really needed to do that for this project to be what it is. So I greatly appreciate everything that has given me the license to, you know what I'm saying, relearn myself. And one of those songs, I'm probably not gonna play the whole thing because it's it's some fire on here, but also if I play out everything now, what's the point of getting the album, right? But this is how I started off the album, and I didn't name my first song intro. I didn't name the, I didn't name it like the "It's Not You, It's Me" intro, or I didn't name it, you know what I'm saying, the song, or that's not the title track to the album or anything like that. This is literally just the first song, but I named it "Let's Start Here." You know what I'm saying? It's the intro. This is the first song on the album. So I felt like that was a pretty decent title. But without any further ado, we're gonna get into the intro to the project. I probably should have played this first, but 100,000 is so fire. I kind of just had to get y'all that one first. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'd be doing everybody a disservice if I say that one. But yeah, let's do it.
Uh, yeah, though. Look, sit down for a second. I think we need to talk. Now that I said that, I'm not sure how I should lead this off. But we was on a real good path that felt completely off. Now I gotta do this for me. I gotta win you off. They told me you ain't in love with me like I think you are. Thought you would change for a nigga. That was what Jeezy thought. And it's hard admitting you hurt cause something bruised your ego. Ripping a band-aid off of it, that's the easy part. I kept attaching my worth to how much people need me. Traded my time in the lab for watching shows on TV. And over time I just got lazier and lazier. In the dialogue was talking crazier and crazier. My habits had a hold on me. Call it a vice grip, the add vices, making me wanna add vices. Tripping like I walked in a room with bad lighting. But every time I fall back, heavy my bag lightens. Remember when I used to write fast, thought I could grab lightning. Now it's taking me days to finish a verse, or weeks to finish a hook, months to finish a song. I don't know what I was doing, just know I'm doing it wrong.
All right, we're gonna cut that off right there. But if you listen to, you know what I'm saying, what was going on in that verse, I was talking a lot about just like kind of losing the passion for music, like something I never thought in a million years would happen to me, right? So, you know, like I was saying, when life get to, you know what I'm saying, it get real. So, while I was, you know what I'm saying, fighting it out with life, I even said that later in the song, like life had me ducking jabs and I was scared to fight back. Like, you know, if you just let things happen, if you're the kind of person that just go with the flow for a really long time, you're gonna put yourself in a position where life is just gonna throw whatever at you because you've been taking whatever so far, you know what I'm saying? So you get into those kind of spaces. And when I came into that space, it made me feel like I just wasn't myself in a way. You know what I'm saying? Like I was this shell of myself. Like I knew who I could be or I knew what I could be, but I just wasn't doing that for myself. And I feel like it might have even turned into some resentment at some point in time. Like I don't know if I was mad at the people around me or if I was mad at myself, but yeah, the add vices making me want to add vices. That is, yeah, you said that's tough. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I was really proud of that line too. I ain't even gonna hold you. I was definitely proud of that line because I felt like it it kind of showed like how witty I can be or how I could take something as simple as advice and you know flip it around. So appreciate you for picking that line out. But yeah, and that was even the time where I was, you know, not really feeling like myself, and it's like people will be telling me whatever is going on, and I'm like, Yeah, no, I hear you. And then people will try to get their advice, yo, you just got to do this, or you know what I'm saying. And at the time, I'm like, yo, whatever you was telling me was adding stress. Wasn't taking nothing away. I'm trying to pull out hair I don't even have, but like at the end of it, I'll just be in my head like, yo, I spent a very decent portion of my life sober. I think I could get away with one. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, people act like uh they had take a drink and then take their pain away. I'll be cool with that being what was going on for one night or whatever. Or fuck it, I might need to smoke something. You know what I'm saying? And and that was really just me dealing with stress. I didn't really, form any habits or anything. So thankful to God for that. But yeah, I was very stressed. And towards the end of the song, I kind of explain how I found my way out of that, or and it this gets deeper than there. You know what I'm saying? I talk about how hard it was dealing with stuff when I felt like I lost my passion for music, and then kind of what put me back on the path and what got me into the mindset that I'm in now, and just learning that, putting yourself first isn't necessarily selfish. It's like when you sacrifice the well-being for other people to do shit for yourself, okay, that might be a little selfish. But when you like taking care of yourself in a way that, what I'm saying, sets you up for success, or, puts you in a better position to take care of the people around you, I feel like that's not selfish. But it's hard to kind of differentiate that in the moment when you're somebody who dives head first into everybody else's problems, or if you're a person that's quick to solve what's going on around you. So yeah. Um that was the intro. That's how we got things started. I also have some very introspective records that I was kind of using to paint this picture of like when I was going through that mode. I wasn't really talking to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I kept my energy to myself because I feel like I have a very infectious energy. Like if I come around you and I'm laughing and I'm joking and I'm smiling, it's very easy for me to make the people around me laugh and joke and smile. You know what I'm saying? Now we're all on this kind of energy. But vice versa, I can suck the energy out of a room if I'm not feeling like myself. And I feel like knowing that about myself makes it very easy for me to just choose isolation sometimes. If I'm going through something and I feel like whatever I'm going through is gonna be a buzzkill for the people around me, like man, don't nobody want to hear my problems. It'd be really easy for me to just like disappear, and unless people knew me enough to like pick apart when I was good and when I wasn't, niggas would just assume that I got it together. You know what I'm saying? Um, so with that being the case, I grabbed my sister, my actual blood sister, not somebody that just happens to have a vagina that I knew for a long time. Some of y'all niggas be calling girls sisters, and that y'all don't be related at all. I see y'all niggas. But yeah, my actual blood sister did a voicemail for me. And really, I haven't asked her to do anything for me as far as my music was concerned in a really long time. Like back in 2014, I asked her to say two words on the song for me. Those two words took forever to record. But this one was a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? I told her what I wanted her to say, and then she kind of put her own little spin on it, made it sound natural. I'm like, yes, that's exactly what I need. So this song is coming right after a song called Leave a Message. And the Leave a Message song is more so about me like understanding that I'm in this mode where I don't want to talk to nobody, right? But calling me back is more so me explaining like why I took so long to get back to you. You know what I'm saying? Or me kind of just internalizing like, damn, I'm not answering for nobody. I know people probably worried about me. Fuck it, let me just talk to them, and you know what I'm saying, get them off my shoulder long enough for me to handle what I'm going, what I got going on. So yeah, let's get into this one. Oh, on top of grabbing my sister for help, I also grabbed Lucky Day to help. Not like personally, the nigga don't know me like that yet. One of these days, I'm probably gonna work with bro. But yeah, I grabbed this Lucky Day sample. Everybody knows the song over it. You couldn't really go anywhere without hearing it. So I kind of incorporated it into what I had going on. So this is Calling Me Back.
Nigga, when exactly did you plan on calling me back? Been trying to get in touch with you for days. Hit me up so I know you good. Look, I know the distance kind of weird to you. I hit you back, so I feel like I disappeared to you. A couple days, probably feel like it's a year to you. I just wanted to write something and make it clear to you. Look, it's not you, it's me. I fall back with my energy off. And I never advertise when I really be off. A lot of issues on my mind and I'm feeling them off. And if I never let you know, you'll continue to call. But I'm good, not really, but I'll be close enough. The stupid ego making it harder to open up. Cause I've been hurt in the past, I never close the cuts. Feel like I gotta keep up with you if you know too much. And I know it ain't healthy, but I won't put my weight on you if you can't help me. I'll be in the throwbacks, posting the same selfies. Getting comfortable with this ice, I'm Wayne Gretzky. Cold with it. Somehow suppression make me feel like I'm controlling it. The fake smile make me feel like I'm a troll with it. But if you can't call my bluff and see the holes in it, I'ma keep saying I'm fine till you roll with it. Can't bother with mine, cause you got your own things. It's rude to decline, so I let the phone ring. And I thought about hitting you back, and then I blinked. By the time I open my eyes, it's been a week. Life been moving fast and slow at the same time. And every time I write, I come up with the same lines. I'm just going through the motion, pushing through and hoping I start feeling better after I tighten up my focus. Cause I know it worked for me in the past. Maybe sitting around in my feelings giving it gas. If I didn't give it attention, how could it last? Doesn't sound bad to me, but that ain't reality. Look, I shouldn't have to do it alone. Fighting uphill battles just to prove that I'm strong. It's like I started to believe asking for help would be wrong. The least I can do is start to answer the phone, let you hear me. Even if my pride too strong to let you near me. I got a lot of work to do, clearly. Just give me some time till I start to feel like the real me. Feel me?
So yeah. That was another one that was really, really fun to make. I took the Lucky Day sample, I flipped that. I got my sister involved, which was amazing. Um, that was definitely a fun song to put together. I feel like I had to really tap into like certain parts of me to like write it, which was cool. I feel like I not necessarily learned more about myself, but just like putting it into words kind of just made certain things a little more clear. Like, damn, when I said that the suppression make me feel like I'm controlling it. A lot of times you will suppress the way you feel in a certain situation, and that'll give the illusion of being in control. Like, oh, if it's not bothering me right now, I put it in this little box and push that box off to the side. I don't have to worry about it. But you're gonna come back around to it sooner or later. And then if you don't deal with those issues, then those issues will deal with you. You know what I'm saying? So that was something that I kind of had to learn about myself. Like the suppression made me feel like I'm controlling it. Faking smiles made me feel like I'm a troll with it. But if you can't call my bluff and see the holes in it, then I'm gonna keep saying I'm fine till you roll with it. So I just realized that like I wasn't really opening up to people unless I saw that they cared enough to ask again. You know what I'm saying? Because like if somebody asks you how you doing in passing, it's very easy to be, oh, I'm good. I can't complain, blah blah blah. And then if somebody really like, nah, like, come on, you can talk to me. What's going on? That might be where you open up a little bit, and then that's where the ugly cries come in. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just learned that about myself. Like I try not to bother people. You know what I'm saying? It's even gotten to the point where um, I would just deal with whatever. And the song that precedes that, I was saying that I convinced myself it's better if I just suffer in my silence because you know, black males have a time, you know what I'm saying, being vulnerable. A lot of times we might try that and then it don't go in our favor. So then we be like, I hate how that feels. Fuck that. I'm not doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? But this album is kind of my way to do that. So I don't necessarily have to run around telling people on a regular my feelings if I could do it in music. So yeah. And just to break things up, man, I feel like I done played a lot of serious stuff. I done played some extra lyrical stuff. Um, this was a song that was just really, really fun to do. One, because it's a sample that I feel like most people recognize. It's been done a thousand times. But I just felt like I never really heard the sample flip this particular way. So this was really fun. This is definitely a song that I can see my lady fans kind of, you know, or my female supporters kind of. I feel like this gonna be one of their favorite songs on that album. I can't even hold you. Like I already knew when I walked into this song that who I was aiming this one towards. So yeah.
Only time she don't care.
Cause y'all know I be singing a little
Is
bit.
that big appointment? Turn on that. Yeah, yeah. She made a big appointment. The only time she don't care that I just messed up her hair is at that big appointment. Turn on that Netflix, no chill. We just might make us a film here at this big appointment. My bad, don't catch you choosing me over breathing. See you a week from the semen. She made a big appointment. She making, she making, she made it. She got me saved in the phone on the DA. But she book appointments in DMs. Last time I hit, she ain't walk up for 3 days. She won't run it back like a relay. And she want me to break it down for a B-day. So she be caking with me, celebrating with me, celebrate on the D. And occasionally we can leave the room, maybe grab some food. But I ain't your dude, you gon' have to keep it cool. I know she like me, she be on IG trying to sneak and post a move. And this was a date or something. Remote controller, if I push that button, then I know she coming. Or I'm on to something, got her on to something like. Girl, I know that already. I texted she be at the donut already. And she want me to put it on her already. Hit the spot and she ran down like confetti. Then slurp a nigga like she eating spaghetti for real. Got the bed looking like something spilled. She keep telling me that she on the pill, but I don't know if I can trust her for real. She was cool until she got in her pills. But that's what I get for thinking there won't be attachments in this. Remember, I was at the back of the list. Now she make my phone slap a little bit. RSVP, she want that same time next week. Soon as she drop her kids off, she come through, then drop the draw. She made a big appointment. The only time she don't care that I just messed up her hair is at that big appointment.
All right, we're gonna say the second verse for that one. But you know, this is a little something for everybody on here. Uh, you know, so I had to kind of round the album out a little bit. Can't just be all super lyrical, miracle, spiritual, individual, all that good stuff. But yeah, so I had some songs like that. I got a couple songs where it's really easy to just like put it on and like get dressed to like something different. I kind of wanted to, cause I was just really in my head, like, man, if you jump in the car with somebody and you say, "Hey, put on some Dream," what's the song that people gonna go to? You know what I'm saying? I feel like I made a lot of music in the past that you kind of have to be in a certain mood to want to listen to, especially Malcolm Y. Like it was very, very Juneteenth inspired. You know what I'm saying? Like if you wasn't feeling like super pro black at the moment, I can see why somebody might skip past Malcolm Y. You know what I'm saying? Or certain songs on Malcolm Y. But I just wanted a song where I felt like, you know what I'm saying, no matter what's going on, somebody could you know, just throw it on and it'll just be an easy listen, even if it's background music or whatever. So that's where something different came from. I actually ended up making like 3 to 4 different versions of something different, just because I kept wanting to change the beat up because it was too simple. You know what I'm saying? I had to add something in there that made me feel like it wasn't just like a cookie cutter song. I also have a record called For You, where I kind of talk about somebody who puts other people or other ideas in front of, what they got going on, and then kind of just how they feel when those situations backfire. Because you can put, whatever first, but until you learn how to put yourself first, things are going to fail. You know what I'm saying? So I had a verse about somebody who kind of put the street life first. I had a verse about somebody who put a particular person first and found out that that person didn't really care about them outside of what they could do for that person. Um, and I feel like for different reasons, it's a lot of people who can relate to either one of those stories. You know what I'm saying? Or shit, you might be a person that relates to both of them. Because, coming from where I come from, it's some people who live some very interesting lives. So, with that being the case, I just kind of wanted to paint an idea of what those situations could look like and how I might feel to be like, damn, I did all of this for a person, but when I needed them, they left me out hanging. You know what I'm saying? So, but on the tail end of that song, I kind of flip it, and I think it was a very interesting flip that I'm waiting to hear what people think about it. A couple people have heard the first version of it that only had those 2 verses on it, but yeah, I think only one person has heard the other version with the extra verse on it. So yeah, keeping that one under wraps until the album come out. You feel me? But I could play y'all the hit from the album. I feel like this song is most definitely going to be the song that 99% of people who listen to this album are going to go away with this singing in the back of their head. Anybody who's seen me perform this summer, y'all know this song already. You see me on stage dancing to it, bringing back the jerk. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, this song is a very, very fun song. How do I want to describe it, man? It's definitely like early 2000s kind of music in my head. I feel like this could have came out around the same time that Music Soul Child was like that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like this could have came on the radio right after Buddy went off. So it's really high vibration. It's a really good feeling. It just feels like soulful kind of music, and I wanted to make sure that the beat kind of had a nice little bounce to it. It makes you want to dance, whether you listen to the lyrics or not. But I also tried to be very witty with the lyrics, like you can't spell trust without us, but also you can't spell lust without us. So you know what I'm saying? If we just talking about the words themselves, they damn near the same thing. So, um, yeah, I done already told y'all what song I'm talking about. So let's get into this one.
You said slow down, there's no rush. You can't have love without trust, but you can't spell trust without us. It's the same thing. So we slow down to speed up. You fell in love with my touch, but you can't spell us without us. It's the same thing, same thing, same thing, same old thing. It's the same thing, same thing. Yo, low I really feel like we talking about the same thing right now. Same old thing. Yeah, though, look. Saved in narrative, you saving it for marriage. Let's keep it real, you ain't gotta be embarrassed, girl. We want the same thing. Even if a one night stand ain't the same thing, you hit my line tomorrow and you'll get the same dream. So you ain't gotta worry about if this will change things. This will get your schedule rearranged thing. All over your crib, we had to rearrange things. Just some leave a stain things. But look, don't gotta worry about me ducking your calls. I knew conversation came with the draws when I was getting involved. And I could tell you was reserved when we was hitting it off. We might as well get our differences off. You like, how can I love you if I don't trust you? I'm like, how I'm gonna love you if I don't lust you? If your pics say what my face light up to, let's take care of that before you ask me to cuff you, ma. You say slow down, there's no rush. You can't have love without trust, but you can't spell trust without us. It's the same thing. So we slow down and speed up. You fell in love with my touch, but you can't spell us without us. It's the same thing, same thing, same thing, same old thing. It's the same thing, same thing, same thing, same old thing. Hey, look, you don't want nobody trying to buy love, but you won't take them serious if he broke. I just want a girl that only tell me that she finds something funny when it's actually a joke. But this ain't that, and that ain't this. I'll make you number one right now. Your ex dude pissed. We didn't mean to fall in love. We just both slipped. I think I really met my match, girl. We both lit. I'm just trying to get us on the same page. Girl, you beautiful. I post you on my main page. You just be acting like you scared to do that thing. It got some scars cause too many people play games. And that's a shame. But look, on the real, I think that's something to discuss. Like, why them dudes come to your mind when you think of us? Between me and you, I feel you want to trust, but it ain't gonna hurt to sprinkle in a little lust, right? You say slow down, there's no rush. You can't have love without trust, but you can't spell trust without us. It's the same thing. So we slow down and speed up. You fell in love with my touch, but you can't spell us without us. It's the same thing, same thing, same thing, same old thing. It's the same thing, same thing, same thing, same old thing. All right, so song kind of rolls out from there, turns into a vibe. But yeah, very, very good feeling music. I feel like it's just a really, really good energy to that song, man. I got an idea for a video that I'm already planning out. So yeah, I just really got to get a videographer attached to it, and I'm gonna put that together soon. But the reason that I pulled people in here today, one is because I had to get back used to streaming. I really, really hope this ain't the only time that y'all tap in with me. I'm gonna try to come back next Tuesday, around the same time, 10:30 to 11:30. I did a little extra today, but yeah. So I really want people to tap in with this project. It's not you, it's me. It's a very personal project. I feel like I've made a lot of music in the past, but I still haven't really introduced myself to my supporters as a person. You know what I'm saying? People know who I am as an artist. People might even know who I am as a parent. You see me running around with my daughters everywhere, but I feel like people don't really know who I am as a person. So I tried to use this album to kind of convey that. And I would really, really, really love for the people who support me on social media to kind of take that next step with me. Um, I am in the process of getting a studio that is outside the crib. Y'all know I talked about that at the beginning of this live, and I'm kind of just expanding, how I handle business. And with that being the case, there's a lot of expenses that come with that, and this ain't me just getting on the camera and trying to beg for niggas to, show me any kind of support or whatever. I really want it to be genuine because I'm gonna make it, you know, with whatever I got. The people that support are gonna be very, very appreciated. But I'm not begging anybody for anything. I really just want to give people the opportunity to, what I'm saying, level up with me.
So with that being the case, there is some music that will drop for everybody on streaming, and then there is some added music that will be um, for the people who buy the album from me directly. So depending on whether I get my site back up and running or whether I just run with Bandcamp the first couple whatever, we just gonna figure out. We just gonna figure it out. I think the website might be the best thing if I end up trying to like bundle things and have tiers for stuff, because I do want to, give people the opportunity to buy like the PDA shirts that I've been making, or the Cloudsville, my mascot tee with the suns on it. Those are things that I want to be able to offer to people who are willing to support. You know what I'm saying? Um, when the album drop. Right now, I don't have a specific date because I'm waiting on my album art to come back. I took some pictures with very known photographer in my area. If y'all from Flint, like most of my supporters right now are, y'all know about Adam. So if y'all want this project to drop, get on Adam Head. Tell him I need my pictures back ASAP. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the project is done. Like I said, it's been recorded. I've been playing around with the mixes on some of the songs just because I can. I don't have no label telling me when I need to drop it, or what I'm saying, what day it needs to come out by. I'm gonna just say this: my dad's birthday is the 28th. This here month. I do have some album art that I made, kind of just playing around. I could always just upload it with the album art that I have and then just throw something else on there. What's going on, family? My boy UFO just tapped in. He's doing amazing things out in the world. You know what I'm saying? Every time I tune into him, he rocking the show, doing something crazy. Whole different kind of genre of music too. Like, it's crazy. You sit around somebody for so long, think that this nigga is making beats for rappers. He leave and he just go rock big ass crowds doing something totally different. And I was like, nigga, I ain't even know you had that in you, my G. But yeah, he tapped in with me on IG. Appreciate you, my boy. Um, but yeah, so the project can drop whenever. Waiting on some album art, like I said. Get on Adam's head, let him know, hey, look, I tapped in the Dream last night. He was playing some heat. I'm gonna need you to do what you can do so he can do what he can do. So yeah, project is coming very, very soon. My dad's birthday is the 28th. I wanna be able to, I'm gonna send it to my dad either way. So he gonna listen to it by or on his birthday. The rest of y'all, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I feel like it's a lot of very, very good rapping on this album, if I should say so myself. Um and I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm probably one of the most humble people in the room. But on this particular project, I just had to, what I'm saying? I did my shit, man. There's nothing else to say about it. I can't pretend that I didn't break my foot off in this damn album. From the production, a lot of the beats on here are made by me, but every beat on here is made from somebody from Flint, right? So Dead is on here, like I was telling y'all. My boy Domega is on here. He actually produced one of the songs that was the hardest for me to write because it was about my mom. So I got some other Flint producers involved, but the same way the album doesn't have any features, I also don't really have too many collaborations on the beats. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say the main album is 13 songs long, and two of them were produced by other people. So I made 11 beats for this album. 11 different sounding beats. Like something different don't sound like round away. Round away don't sound like same thing. Same thing don't sound like let's start here. Let's start here don't sound like 100K. 100. Well, never mind. I didn't make the beat for 100K, but you know what I mean. Let's go through the list. Let's go through the list. Actually, I had my notebook here. So if I'm going through the playlist, let's start here. Produced by me. 100K produced by Dead. Something different produced by me. Round away produced by me. Leave a message produced by me. Calling me back produced by me. Chef's Kiss produced by yeah boy. DA produced by me and a bunch of other people because everybody used that sample flip and it was very easy to make that beat. But didn't nobody rap over it like me, and that's the important part. Same thing, produced by me for you. Both beats on this song were produced by me. Sean's Son was produced by Domega. Empty Mansions was produced by me. It's Not You, the outro, also produced by me. Let me tell you about this outro though. And I know we going over the time, but if y'all here, it's because y'all rock with me. I appreciate you. I love you. This outro almost didn't happen. This is the last beat I had to make for the album. This is the last verse I had to write for the album. And neither one of those things wanted to let me be great. The verse, I kept running in circles trying to figure out how I was gonna end it. Everything didn't feel like it was strong enough. I'm like, man, I done did all of this good rapping on this album, and this last line is kicking my ass. It just didn't want to. It just didn't want to be great. It just didn't want to let me do my shit. I just felt like it wasn't a proper summary for the project, you know. But I found like this rhythm over the drums, you know what I'm saying? And once I did that, it really felt like something, you know what I'm saying? Leading up to that, it was horrible. I felt like it just wasn't what I needed it to be, you know what I'm saying? I am getting ready to switch sessions. So if for some reason my sound goes out on this live, please let me know and I will restart this. But it shouldn't happen since what I'm using on my sound card isn't technically hooked up to what else is going on. I just really want to play y'all the beat for this outro if I can. First I gotta find the session. You work as much as I work, you know, the sessions they kind of run together. It'd be hundreds of them in here. I was gonna say thousands, but I don't want to over exaggerate. Oh, this is why they make search bars. I don't know why I'm going through this thing line for line. All right, let me know if y'all can still hear me. Once we do this. Why did I have that? Oh, yeah. I do need to save that. I had to remember why I opened it earlier. Okay, so as far as what YouTube is telling me, we still connected. So um hopefully if y'all lost audio, somebody in the chat will let me know. Do feel like I still got a couple of y'all in here. So yeah, if I lost y'all, let me know. I'll restart it. If not, we in the building, baby. This was all right. So outro, right? I wanted it to sound dramatic. I feel like a lot of the stuff that I've been doing art wise in this project is dramatic. Just because I feel like I want people to understand the gravity of the story I'm trying to tell. But yeah. So I'm thinking damn near orchestra, like almost Just Blaze kind of shit from the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? The shit that he was giving Jay-Z and all these Rockefeller niggas, right? So this is just the beat. I made sure I didn't go to the joint with the vocals in it. Cause we gotta say that, you know what I'm saying? If I play everything, niggas will act like they don't need to get the album. So, um, this was one of my favorite beats after it was operative. After it stopped getting on my nerves, this was definitely something that made its way to the top of the list as far as the beats that I produced, especially the beats that weren't inspired by something else. Sometimes I was taking a sample, I was flipping it, like the answering your call or whatever, right? Or calling me back. I'm tripping. That was a lucky day flip. Turned it into something. Da, who can I run to? Come on, we heard that sample 6 billion times in hip hop. Um, and then even the intro beat was actually inspired by another beat that I heard. So I had to figure out a way to take that beat and turn it into something that felt like me, reflected my style as a producer. But this beat was really just me in my head, like, what do I want this shit to sound like? And just, you know what I'm saying, putting it together until I feel like I painted the picture I wanted to paint. So with this beat and everything about it coming from scratch, I definitely felt more attached to it as a, you know, as a finished product. And I think that's probably why I was stressing myself so much on making sure I put the right words on it. Cause that that production, like just those drums hitting the way that they hit was just like, no, you gotta say some shit on here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know as a producer, I can hear a really dope beat and be like, damn, the producer behind this really, you know what I'm saying, was thinking about everything. And then there's also the rapper side of me that's like, yo, if somebody hands you a beat like this, you gotta go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So both of those sides of me are like, figure it the fuck out. Cause that beat deserves to be, you know, part of a good song. So um I probably rewrote my second verse like two, three different times, just trying to figure out where I wanted to go with it. I had a line in there that I loved, you know, absolutely loved, but I had to scrap it because it just didn't fit with everything. I'm gonna probably end up using it somewhere else because that line itself was, it was tough. But yeah, so it was a song that really took a lot. I feel like this was my buzzer beater. You know what I'm saying? Like as I was coming up on the time where I told myself the project had to be finished, I just kept chipping away at what this beat was like. And talking to my girl at the time, and I'm like, "Yo, it's not working. Let me just go lay down." You know what I'm saying? Um, but at the same time, it was really it was really good to finally get down because I felt like this was another way that I could just prove to myself that when I put my head to something and I decide I want to do it, I really have everything I need to get it done. I just got to stop being lazy. So, you know what I'm saying? In 2 years when I'm a millionaire, remember I was on YouTube talking about you just need to do what you know you can do. A lot of times we have the tools and we just talk ourselves out of using them. We find excuses to not be great all the time. And the day you stop making excuses is the day you start making progress. So, damn, that was fire. You know, I'm gonna end it on that because I don't think I'm gonna say nothing too much better than that before I get up out of here. Appreciate y'all for tapping in with me. Make sure that when the project "It's Not You, It's Me" drops, you make sure you find your way to the closest way to consume it. If that's streaming for you, great. If you want to buy the album directly from me, get the bonus songs that I'm gonna add to it. I appreciate you. I would love you. If you decide that you want to listen through your friend or whatever, as long as y'all listening together, every stream counts. I don't care. If you streaming it, start it right as soon as you go to bed. Turn your phone on low, put it on repeat, stream it the whole night. Once by the time you woke up, I probably got a good 11 streams on each song. I appreciate that. Um, just whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just make sure y'all run these numbers up for me because I put so much work into this project. So please support it. Um, and don't wait until everybody from other places start supporting me because we do that sometimes. We wait until our friends are getting notoriety elsewhere, and then we turn around and say, "Oh, I always believed in them," or "I always knew so and so was gonna do this." And please don't do that. Please just support it when it come out. I'm trying to do some big things. I'm opening up a studio. I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying, directly tap into the people who are supporting me so I can make sure I'm feeding them. Um, I'm gonna come see y'all more on the streams. It's getting cold now, so I don't have to feel the pressure of popping out all the time. I can always just blame the weather, which is really great. Uh, but no, I am going to try to make a better effort into like supporting stuff that go on in the city and just like being around more, showing my face more. I really want to work more hands on with a lot more artists, which is why I feel like being in a studio space, like actually having a suite that is mine, is going to be something that's really beneficial for me. And I got a lot going on. So I feel like with all of these things that I'm trying to put in play, I'm going to need all the support that I could possibly garner from y'all. So please, I cannot say this enough. Please support this project when it comes out. Um, I'll greatly reward the people who are tapping in with me on a real level and just like, you know, showing me love. And you know, if you buy the album from me directly, I'm gonna show the love. You gonna see it. I got some really dope ideas that I want to do for the supporters who step into it like that. But I'm also gonna make sure that the project itself is the base 13 songs are gonna be available for everybody because I feel like this story is something that everybody can use, everybody can benefit from. Most of y'all should be able to relate to at least 4 to 5 songs off this album. Um, so yeah, appreciate y'all so much for kicking it with me in the middle of the night. Um, for y'all that wake up early, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all get on about y'all business. This has been a special edition of Shawn Sounds Like, or it Sounds Like Shawn. I keep mixing those up because my email is Shawn Sounds Like. But yeah, this has been a great episode. I appreciate the people who tapped in with me and listened. Um, if you do want a sneak peek of the album, I may or may not have a link you could listen to when we get off here, but you gotta DM me for that. And we gotta you know what I'm saying, we gonna chop it up. Come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Come holler at me. I got you. Peace.